Hello, and welcome to another episode of All the Mods 5. So, starting off on what I did in between episodes, I expanded this Perdinium farmland, and I also added these Inferium seeds, which just give me a little bit of a bonus of Inferium. I also added this here, which is just wheat seeds that I can collect and grab and go ahead and place down. I'm going to actually divide this to be half of mystical agriculture crops and then half of like wheat here, so I can actually just have some food. I really didn't do much else besides that. We still have our cat here, which I'm gonna try and see if I can find a name tag for you today. I don't actually know what I'm gonna call you, but I'm gonna see. And then one last thing, you might be able to tell my voice is kind of weird. I've been sick for the past few days, and that's why uploads have been a little short, is because some days my voice has been completely gone, and I trust that at the end of this recording, it will also be completely gone. So, the first order of business here, guys, is I want to craft a thing called a geranium growth accelerator. Now, what this is going to do is basically the crops that are above the accelerator will grow a lot faster. And this also has a range of 36 blocks, which doesn't really matter, but to craft it, we actually need this prosperity gemstone, which is a diamond, and some prosperity shards. So I'm definitely happy we went ahead and grabbed those diamonds in the last episode, because we would not even be close to what we needed for this episode. So we got our prosperity gemstone. Now we grab this inferium and then our crystal, and that's all of the inferium that I have. Go ahead and spread that around, and there we go. We have perdinium. Now we can put that perdinium around, and we have one piece of geranium. So we're going to need to go mining and searching for some more inferium. That actually won't be too difficult. It'll just be me digging straight down somewhere and then searching around in a cave for a little bit and trying to find it. Anyway, I'm going to go do that, and then I will meet you guys back here with all of the inferium.
Hello there.
That was scary. Now that it's a new day and all of the rain is now gone, we can go ahead and put our infusion crystal in here. Do one of those, and now that we have our perdinium, we throw it in like this, and we get our geranium here. Now with this, we can craft our gemstone, and also get, with a little bit of stone, we can get, we need actual stone, not cobblestone. Do we have stone? Stone? My voice is really going, but I'm gonna try my best here. There we go. Now we have 3 geranium growth accelerators. So let's head over here and dig under this block and go ahead and throw it down. Is this actually, oh, wasn't good. Oh no, we need water. I was just checking if this maybe was a like a water source at the same time. Okay, so what I did is I threw this the growth accelerator underneath this coal plant, and I want to see if this will just make it grow faster. And yeah, okay, so it's under the plant. Hello? This really doesn't seem to be working for some reason. Or maybe it's just a little bit slow here. I'm actually going to give it a few minutes of time here, and I want to see if it does anything and how it grows. Because it should be a lot faster, because it's a middle stage of accelerator. It's not like the best, but it should be pretty good. Okay, guys, so I've done a little bit of research, and what I can tell is these things can actually be stacked so that they will grow a lot faster. And I'm gonna do some quick testing in a creative world really fast to just see how fast these things can grow and if I'm doing anything wrong in particular with like using the Prodigium farmland and stuff, because there actually isn't much information out on how this growth accelerator works. Most of it is outdated because back in the 1.12 version of the mod, which if we do at mystical, there we go, agriculture, this is the only one that it had, this this inferium growth accelerator, and it didn't have this geranium or any of this stuff. So I'm gonna do some quick testing in a creative world, and I'll be back, and we can see what we're doing wrong, because we probably are doing something wrong. So I'm currently running a few tests. Now this first one here is just with one growth accelerator, one supremium one, underneath this coal seed with the farmland. Now, as you can see, it's growing a lot faster and a lot more than the coal seed without the actual growth accelerator underneath it. Even though these have been growing for quite a while, it's not really that worth having the growth accelerator underneath it because of the fact that it doesn't boost it that much. Now what I'm doing in this next test is I'm trying to see if there's a difference between the supremium growth crystal and the inferium growth crystal and how fast crops actually grow. Okay, and that one is full ground, and that one is at 71%. So it's really not the fact that you don't have the higher tier growth accelerator, it's that you need more of them for them actually to be worth really anything. So once this farmland is filled in here, which it is, we can test how fast the supremium stack will grow to the inferium stack. Okay, so there it goes. And it's actually beaten out the supremium stack by a lot, actually. It's, yeah, wow, okay. So it seems to be the taller you stack your crystals, the faster it will grow. So surprisingly, just this small stack of inferium growth accelerators on this actually beat out the geranium by like half. We are going to be moving forward with just the inferium accelerator because they're a lot less expensive and they're like pretty much just as fast and faster if you put them just down like that. I think the only advantages we can get to this is when we have such crazy amounts of essence that we can just stack up supremium growth accelerators like this. So now that we have returned, I can definitely say that this this growth accelerator has been kind of a waste so far, at least, because I can only put so many down on just this one crop and hope that it grows very quickly. Which crop actually is it? It's this one right here. So that one should grow a lot faster than other crops, at least. That's definitely a good thing. But not as fast as it could be growing with a lot more of this just regular inferium growth accelerator, which actually isn't very hard to get. The hardest part for this is going to be this diamond each time, and I have a solution for this, for what we are going to be doing next here. Now, the next thing I want to work on in this episode is some better automation and ore doubling. The mod that is called Silence Mechanism has better versions of the crusher that we are going to make because they are faster, and I actually want to set up like an automated system with some hoppers and transport pipes so that I can just throw the ores in one chest and then take them out, and they will be doubled in another chest. So the first order of business here is to start off with a good solid crusher, and that is going to be actually pretty expensive. It's going to require a bismuth steel ingot, which is going to be bismuth steel dust. Which how do you actually get this stuff here? From a bismuth that doesn't really help me here. Bismuth ingot, which I have, and then that in an alloy smelter with coal and iron gives me bismuth steel. Okay, so I need some coal. I can cook and I can crush that. Sorry, up into some dust, and then take that with this bismuth in my crusher, and that should give me the actual thing I need here, which is the bismuth steel. Now with the bismuth ingot and the iron and the coal dust, I can go ahead and craft myself some bismuth steel ingot, and it should be done here. It's actually pretty slow, but while we're doing this, we can go ahead and prepare for the next thing that we're going to need, which is this redstone alloy. And for the redstone alloy, it's pretty simple. We only need redstone and then iron, which we have down here in the alloy smelter currently. And there we go. We have our bismuth. Throw in the redstone, and we should now get ourselves some redstone alloy. Now with a good little bit of redstone alloy, we can grab some glass. Do we have any glass? I hope so. Okay, we have a little bit of glass in there, and not enough. Okay, so we need to do a quick pit stop for sand, which I remember we had some back there, so just jump cut to when I have more sand. Now with the extra glass I needed, we can go ahead and do this, and do that, and use our bismuth steel to get this alloy machine frame, which, there we go, we got the achievement for it. And then we should have everything for the advanced crusher except for, sorry, this one diamond. Now we throw that in there, and boom. Now we have our good, not really advanced, but we have a solid crusher now, which is a lot better than the basic one. Now, the next machine I want to go for is this thing called the compressor, which I talked about making in the last episode. And for this, we're going to need something called a circuit board. So let's go ahead and write that down. And for this, we need iron nuggets, gold, and redstone. And we should have all of the above, for that part at least. And there's our circuit board. Now we only need, smooth stone, which we don't have any of. We do have some. That's good. We can throw that back in there. And then we have that 2 diamonds, which I saved from when we went diamond mining. And we can use that to make the, where is it here? The compressor, which we throw it in like that. And then boom, now we have ourselves a compressor. And I showed you guys what this thing actually does, and it's really, really cool. What we can do is we can take a, let's see here, that 16 blocks of coal, and we can go ahead and throw it and turn it into a diamond. And that is going to be really, 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 really useful. The only hard thing is diamonds are pretty tough to come by. Now, even with all of the essence I'm getting from the farmland and from the crystals down there, it's still going to take me a really long time to actually make my first diamond, because of the fact that the essence is pretty difficult to obtain. Now, I sat at the farm for I think about 5 minutes, and I was only able to produce 12 pieces of coal, which is 8 of the essence. And I'm quickly realizing how unreliable and unsustainable that is going to be for at least a while, until we can get much better systems in place to actually get the coal seeds a lot faster with those growth crystals that I'm going to work on. But next thing in line here is going to be this electric furnace. Now, this requires another one of these machine frames, so a little bit more iron, and a circuit board. Now we can remove that, and then put the electric furnace on there. And then circuit board is like that. And all we need from this is, we need more, we need more redstone alloy, which we can easily make because we do have an alloy smelter here. But while the alloy smelter is chugging away, we can make something called a heating element. Now this is a recipe that actually requires copper, which is a lot different than I'm used to. Or wait, is it copper or bronze? It's copper, okay. And that's mostly because we haven't really used much copper yet. Copper's been more of a thing we've had and not really been using much. But that leaves, okay, just the iron and the redstone alloy, which should be done. Okay, that is all that we need. And then we do have some extra iron in here, and some smooth stone, which is very useful to have a little bit extra, especially in this where you use tons and tons of smooth stone for all this stuff. But now we have ourselves the electric furnace. And with this and the crusher, we can make our automated system. So this is the system we have in place so far. We have the crusher, which will feed down into the electric furnace, which will cook up the crushed material, and then that'll feed down into this chest, which will then we can just take out of and use for whatever we want. Now that I have crafted up my wires, what we can do is we can go ahead and pipe out of here the energy, and then out of that some more energy, and then that should flow into the electric furnace and the crusher. Now the final and last thing we need is we need a hopper right here and a chest to go on top of that hopper, and then that is our entire system done. So what you do is you put in something like, for example, gold in the top. It gets piped to the crusher, and that crusher will crush it up, and then that should go to the electric furnace down here, which it has, and that's actually really quick. Wow. Okay, so it goes down there, and then boom, it gets deposited into the chest at the bottom. And that is the ore doubling system in 1.15 version of Minecraft. So with the ore doubling system out of the way, I want to start working on a new thing here. I want to get some enchanting up and going. And as you know, for an enchantment table, you need 2 diamonds, obsidian, and then a book. And for that, we actually need to go mining for multiple reasons. And the first reason is we only have 1 diamond, and we need to get that. We need to make one or find another one using the ore doubling process. But that's one of the things we need. The second thing we need is the obsidian for the actual enchantment table, and we don't have any obsidian yet. But we can easily get some with a amethyst pickaxe or a ruby pickaxe. Which one is better, really? I'd think amethyst, because it's, I think, a little bit more rare. I don't really know, but I know this stuff can mine obsidian, and I don't know if it can, but if it can, that would be really cool. I'm just gonna test real quick. No. Okay. Yeah, sadly it cannot be made. Or wait, maybe. No, it can't be made into a pickaxe head, sadly. But I wish it could be. So we're just gonna have to go with the regular regular pickaxe right now. At least for right now. And the last thing we need before we go mining, which, oh man, I just, wow, okay. I just realized we have 33 levels. What? Where did we get those from? Wait, I think we actually haven't died yet. That would kind of make sense. Well, yeah, that's really great because I do need to enchant a lot of stuff in the enchantment table. I'm going to try to get Silk Touch. But wow, I just really didn't expect that to be a thing. Okay, we're going to replace all of the wheat here, and then I'm going to cut to when I am under the ground and mining for coal and obsidian and all that stuff. Okay, so I am in a cave, and fun fact, this is actually the cave where I dug down here and then found the diamonds where I played Christmas music. But the reason why I came back here is it was fresh with a bunch of coal and good ores, and I was only here for a little bit because of the fact that I found the diamonds actually really quickly. So we're getting just tons of coal and tons of good stuff really quickly, and down at the bottom there is lots of lava lakes, so we can also get that obsidian too. Now, one absolutely amazing thing about vein mine is the fact that you can do this, and you don't need to wait for all of that obsidian to be mined. And now we have 57 obsidian. Now, it being a new day and a new morning in Minecraft, we can make our, what is it here? Enchanting table. But to actually do that, what we're going to need to do is throw these blocks in here and then wait a little bit, and we should get our first diamond from a compressor. This is about to be really, really cool because we don't really need to go mining for diamonds anymore, because if we want to, we can just head off to a cave and then boom, we have a diamond. Yeah, that's really cool. It's great. So we have our second diamond, and then we have our first diamond. We can throw the coal in there. Grab the obsidian. And then do we have any books? We have a lectern, but not actually any books. I may just be blind and I'm not seeing them, but where are they? Oh, there they are. Okay, never mind. That and yeah, okay, there we go. So that, boom, and now we have ourselves an enchanting table. I thought there should have been an achievement for that, but I guess not. Now what we can do is we can throw it up just on this little place for the time being, and grab a grab myself some lapis, and then over here throw the lapis, throw the books, and now we have some just magic siphon 5. I guess that's kind of good, but it doesn't have any bookshelves around it, so the enchanting table is going to be kind of weak for now. Until next episode, we can go ahead and get more books. Anyway, guys, that is going to be the end of today's episode, and we did actually quite a bit. We advanced mystical agriculture a little bit, we advanced sounds mechanisms a little bit, and we started a brand new project of enchanting over there. And tomorrow I'll tell you the actual reason why I need the enchanting table. Yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this episode, please consider giving a like. My voice is currently dying, so subscribe to my channel for more episodes. They should be out more often. Who am I kidding? They're not going to be out often. I'm just going to try my best to get them out, and if I get sick again, they'll be later, but if I don't, then they will be sooner. Okay, hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you later. Goodbye. Have a very nice day.